Who I look up to these days is the topic of this video. And two of them are boomers. West Virginia boomers. Not surprised who they are, but just finished another shift at 7-Eleven. Still homeless, 606 days. How much house can you buy? Working on minimum wage. I still gotta survive until then. Fighting for all that's right for my family too, but who I look up to these days? Well, first one's kind of an easy one for me. Man of my dreams. Yep. Because his dad never became a child molester that we know of, but he did go to Afghanistan twice. And he picked up everybody that he could, saved their life over and over and over again. And he was already homeless for twice as long as I have been this time. The day I met him, then he wasn't homeless. Now he is again. So we could be caring about him, since we're not also caring about this 7-year-old boy my dad was sleeping with in 2023. And if that boy's ended up like John Benet Ramsey, it wouldn't surprise me at this point. And you could all just keep on actually starting to care. Nobody really is. And so it just turns out it's like, who does Nate ever look up to anymore? Well, Man of my dreams is one. He cares. He cares about that little boy more than the boomers in McDowell County do. It's just true. Hopefully he won't be alone in that. Other people I look up to. It's mango chili. Slurpee is good. Other people I look up to. Okay. One, Nova. Number 2, Gail Mansion. Believe it or not, she used to be part of the West Virginia machine. Probably still is kind of in a way. But let me tell you what. Why do I now look up to Gail Mansion? Gail Mansion made me so happy when she joined an organization for religious freedom and stopped being a part of the West Virginia machine. And you can learn all about this if you watch that CBN, Christian Broadcasting Network video she did, that interview, talking about it. She went to other countries, and she's like doing something, I think Gail Manchin's living her best life. It's like not part of West Virginia, doesn't have a lot to do with Senator Joe Manchin. It's just like Gail Manchin cares about people having religious freedom in other countries. And it makes me so happy to see Gail Manchin not being a machine and doing what's right, and like she's happy about it. Makes me so happy. I look up to her now. And I've always, for years, wanted to do the Charleston with her, which is related to the third person I look up to. Want to. Really, really bad. I would love to interview this person. He's on my list of things I learned from interviewing 100 boomers, or whatever that book's going to get called. That would be former mayor of Charleston, Danny Jones, something like that. Because, well, I lived in Charleston when he was mayor. And, my whole history with Charleston, getting kidnapped there, leaving West Virginia for the 5th time happened there. But I want to interview him, particularly for 2 reasons. One, he's a U.S. Marine. So we should be thanking him for his service. Thank you, Mayor Jones. And number 2, this is kind of like the reason I want to interview him. He was mayor of Charleston when Charleston, West Virginia, I was at work this day when this happened. When Charleston, West Virginia, for the first time in over 50 years, had a census population under 50,000 people. I said he's been losing people every year for over 50 years. And he was mayor when that milestone happened. And I want to ask him questions about what was it like being mayor of West Virginia's biggest city when it was shrinking faster than it ever had before. And I would love to know his perspective. And I can tell you, he could have been a whole hell of a lot nicer to immigrants. He sure could have. But what I know about him, I'm very interested in him. And I'm really proud of Gail Manchin. So that's 2 West Virginia boomers I admire and I look up to. And I'm really, really hoping I can write my book I'm still 16 times more likely to die just for surviving homelessness for over a year. My dad's a time molester. We should be caring. You could be calling the town of Renown. And that phone number, it's already on my Facebook page and other posts and stuff. And you could be calling the town of Renown. I mean, like, I want to know how to make a donation for the Run for the Wall project, which was never canceled. Unlike my dad's reputation. The Run for the Wall project was never canceled, and it needs to go up there, and it needs to be bigger and better than ever as soon as possible. So we have 500 Vietnam veterans dying over that many every day. It's so important. Who are 3 people you look up to? I don't know. Here I am. This is where I say my prayers. I go to sleep. This is the best place for a homeless person tonight.